Good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm having some technical difficulties. Bear with me. Chat is not working. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Chat is not working though. I don't know what's going on with the chat, but I'll pull up backup. Whatever. We'll make it work. How's it going, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Of course, Chatty Seed Crypto JPEG here first. Yes, Otaku. When am I not going to be poor? It says Quint. Jesus, you guys are ridiculous. I'm sorry, Quint. I'm sorry you're poor. Well, when moon. Let's go. It's Otaku time, guys. Of course, Otaku time, and of course with the crypto family. We are going to get the day started on the right foot. Hopefully you guys got your coffee ready. We have an interesting day ahead of us. The SOLANA ETF is going to roll out today. I was up to 1 a.m. last night, after 1 a.m. actually, watching the amendments, of course, getting completely pushed aside from the Democratic Party as that entire thing rolled out. And pretty much finished up last night. So they're going to be voting today. We'll see how that goes. And I got, of course, more work done on the studio. Joy says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And, of course, Super Danny's in the house. Damn. We got a full house today, guys. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's get into the stuff and things. Of course, guys, every single day, we're winning. So much winning. I'm tired of it. So tired of it. Here we go again. More winning. Yep. You see my lack of enthusiasm. I'm not surprised every single freaking day. Yeah, pretty much. Let's get the dancing mascots out of here. And, of course, refer to what I'm talking about. Of course, calling for this baseline bearish type scenario. Of course, we didn't even get anywhere near the lows yet, and probably won't, as the markets are starting to look pretty open in the positive into the green, in the pre-market anyway. We'll see. We might be able to still kind of retest this area, probably 108, something like that, and then get smacked down and come back down and retest 106, maybe 105.7. Who knows? We'll see, depending on how the morning goes. Of course, guys, July 4th is right around the corner. July 4th is coming. And, of course, we're waiting for them to go on recess, come back, and then, of course, move the markets in a big way. That's, of course, my general narrative. Let's get into some of the news. We got about 2 minutes of the market open. We might not have too much time. So I am running a little late. I thought I was on time, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be here at 9:10, 9:20. Oh, my gosh. That's usually when I start the live. Okay, guys, let's get into... I had this little snippet here from Bloomberg in the market pre-market. I want to show this real quick as it was breaking.
With the latest on the big banks, sure we'll see her when they start to report. But let's get to some breaking news that
Jesus. Really?
Just crossed the terminal. This coming from Microsoft, cutting another 9,000 workers in a second wave of major layoffs. That should affect less than 4% of the company's total workforce, according to the company. But remember, we had an earlier round of layoffs from Microsoft in May that hit about 6,000 people. You take a look at shares, not reacting too much, but certainly a trend developing when it comes to Microsoft.
It's coming, guys. It's coming.
Nadella has said AI is writing 30% of Microsoft's code.
Yes.
Maybe this is one of the results of that. Coming up, Apple's biggest...
We are witnessing the beginning of the dystopian future, guys. The beginning. All right. So, yeah, we got about a minute until the market open bell. I have that up on another screen here. And, yeah, we can go into some headlines, check out what's going on today. And I'm expecting some sort of price action out of... Solana today, maybe a little bit to the green. It's not like it's overbought and it's going to just sell off. So, yeah, there's that as well. We take a look at that chart too real quick because, yeah, that should be on everyone's radar today. With that, that's historical, guys. Historical. The first Solana ETF and also the first staked ETF, right? Is launching today. So Solana having a little bit of a hard time getting back up there, but hopefully today will be the day. Altcoin season will start to rally. Oh my gosh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Where's the sound? Okay. No sound. I got no sound. Okay, the whole yeah, there we go.
Some gain. We're really waiting for this big, beautiful bill and then for a wrap-up to some of the deals that we hopefully get by July 9th when President Trump says tariffs just go back to Liberation Day levels, or they'll send letters to every country and tell them what they owe. This is, so the Pan Mass Challenge, ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. Apparently, according to AI, it's the single biggest athletic fundraiser in the country, but I had never heard of it until today. A lot like Centene. State Street ringing the opening bell at the NASDAQ market site, and they have what I believe to be the biggest ETF in the entire world. I've got an expert right here.
One of the oldest, too. We're talking about SPY, State Street. They also just changed their name to State Street Investment Management. They were State Street Global Advisors coming into this week. Let's talk about Tesla shares, because quarterly sales were 385,000. Analysts had been estimating just under 390,000 sales. You can see shares up about 3.5% right now. Some good news for Tesla, Matt. I know that you're going to say that really relative to the valuation, that's not very many EVs, but still, shareholders seem to like it.
Yeah. I mean, I say that. Maybe I'll stop saying that.
No, keep saying it.
Say it all the time.
Speak your truth.
Microsoft is cutting 9,000 jobs in the second wave of major layoffs. The widespread cuts in its Xbox gaming division come as Nintendo Switch is apparently the biggest. Well, it's not a console, but whatever it is, it's the biggest launch of a gaming device of all time. We're going to talk about something completely different now. We're back with Edward Jones, head of investment strategy, Mona Mahajan. And I wonder, when you look at this big, beautiful bill, Mona, are you able to pull out threads that are useful to your strategy? Do you see something in the legislation that pushes you to invest in, say, real estate and take money out of, say, insurers?
Yeah, I'd say from a high level, and we're still going to parse through the details as they come out, but certainly in the near term, there is some fiscal stimulus that comes out of this bill, whether it's extending the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, whether it's providing companies a faster deduction on CapEx spending. I think all of that is positive from a corporate perspective. And so near term, we think there is both fiscal stimulus and potentially monetary stimulus, as we talked about from the Fed, coming. That's a positive. Longer term, this clearly is a deficit-inducing, debt-inducing bill, and depending on what estimates you look at, the CBO projecting over $3 trillion over the next 10 years in added debt. That has implications for Treasury yields, especially if there are other competitors that come into the market. Although thus far, we still see the U.S. Treasury market as one of the most deep liquid markets in the world, still able to assume all of that added debt. But that picture could change over time, so we're watching that closely as well.
Well, that's where I want to go. I mean, you mentioned that when it comes to this bill, it could have implications for Treasury yields. But when it comes to conversations about the debt, the deficit, I always ask, is that investable right now? Can you place bets right now based on some of those issues that could eventually crop up in the long term?
Yeah, it's a
short-term answer is money printer go burr. Let's go. Let's go. So I got to get back in the chat, guys. Boring conversation anyway. So yeah, getting back into the chat. What do we have here? Let's go taco time. Yes, Danny is also here in the house. I of course love to see you here, Danny. My favorite Super Saiyan on Earth. The big beautiful bill passed. Does this mean that we are beautifully screwed? Yeah, maybe the normies are, but of course this is gonna allow more government spending and of course pump our bags in the long term. Or maybe more the short term. We're screwed. We've been screwed, says Jim. That's right. Hyper-financialized system. It has been burning out both ends since 2000. Printing just accelerates problems inherent in hyper-financialization. Hugo also here. It puts Otaku on the stream or else it gets the hose again. I love it. Hugo, you crazy bastard. Jim Deringer says hedging against the dollar via assets and commodities becomes more important than ever post the big beautiful bill. Real estate is also not a hedge. Housing is effectively leveraged exposure to the dollar, meaning that when your home's value skyrockets, the dollar's purchasing power is tanking. That's what I've been trying to explain to my friends and families for years. But alas, it's very hard for the normies to understand. Layoffs will be the theme of the coming years and will become numb to it as accelerates, is my guess, says Braveheart McFreedom. Chaos is incoming, says Quint. You damn right, you know it. Jim Duringer says it has been a problem since 2020. Printing accelerated it. Job scouts have been scrambling since quarter 4 of 2021, and it hasn't stopped since. Quint also says that Otaku should invite you on the stream, Jim. I played around with that idea a few times. I'm definitely open for it. There, Jim. Let me know if you do want to participate in something like that over on the Patreon. Maybe we can set something like that up. I would love to have you on. It's been a minute since I had a guest. It's been quite a minute. I usually have like Gen Z representatives usually telling us their opinion on it. Of course, we don't get that spin on it for a while. So I like to have that on every now and then with the likes of Mr. Z or was it Dragon? I forget his name. His other Mr. Z and Mr. No, it's still Mr. Z. I don't know what his other handle is. Commodity investing is crucial. Those who continue to invest in fiat will be destroyed financially over time as the dollar devaluation accelerates. It's already baked into the cake. I love that analogy there. Braveheart McFreedom also saying, I blame the boomers. Yes, I blame the boomers too. Jim Duringer says, if someone else wants to see the depreciation of the dollar in their hand, check out the DXY gold in the trading view. Yep, that's right. The gold has definitely been the appreciated asset of most appreciated asset of the year, other than Bitcoin. Master Otaku, what's happening? OG Boban in the house. How's it going, OG Boban? All right, guys, let's get back into the news. See what else they're talking about. Still talking about the death of the dollar, more than likely.
Both fiscal and monetary stimulus, a potential for the economy to reaccelerate and earnings growth to be double digits next year as well. And so we're starting to get a little bit more enthusiasm around what's coming in the year ahead, looking past maybe some near-term softness as well.
Well, but are we underpricing the risks heading into July 9th? I mean, that's the big, I guess, past the jobs number tomorrow. That must be the big day that the market's waiting for.
Yeah, July 9th had been being set up to be a tremendous catalyst for the market, but slowly we've been getting more and more news flow from the administration. Perhaps there will be an extension of the July 9th deadline. Some of the deals will be announced ahead of time. Perhaps we just set the rates, like you had mentioned earlier. And China, of course, is its own beast being negotiated outside of that July 9th deadline. And so perhaps some of the sting or tension of July 9th has been taken out of the market. But nonetheless, we do think that that will be an important date to watch in terms of what the broader trading partners receive in terms of tariff rates. And so while we don't think there may be a high volatility event, it will be an important date in terms of what the future of the economy looks like.
All right, Mona, got to leave it there. Great to get some time with you. That is Mona Mahajan from Edward Jones. Meanwhile, let's get a check on this market right now. We're about 8 minutes into the session, down slightly on the S&P 500. Let's break it down and pull apart what's gaining, what's losing, because you still have 191 names in the green right now. It's what you might want to see. Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, Broadcom, some of your biggest gainers to the upside. More than 300 names in the red, though, so let's go right there. Microsoft, as we mentioned, the breaking news that they plan to cut 9,000 jobs in a second wave of major layoffs. That's dragging down the index. Then you have Berkshire Hathaway and Centene. After that, you have Elevance and United Health. That's because Centene pulled their guidance. There's rising risks from upcoming changes to the Affordable Care Act. That's scary news for the entire group of insurers, and that's what you're going to see on the sector level as well. You have materials up at top, leading gains right now. Energy not too far behind. You go to the bottom, you have financials actually down a little bit on the day. They've been on a record run, might make sense. Then you take a look at healthcare, down 0.6%. Utilities down about 0.7%.
All right, definitely interesting stuff. We're also focused in on Tesla's global sales. They fell 13% in the second quarter. All
right. Let's get back in the chat, man. I can't keep up with the chat anymore, guys. It's so hard. And then we'll take a look at crypto bubbles and see what else we can find breaking news. Okay, so we have also, I blame the boomers, says Quint. I mean, we have no one else to blame, to be honest. I mean, they're the ones who dug this grave for us. Otaku should invite the Jim. Yes, Jim, of course. Jim, commodity investment is crucial, says Braveheart Makes Freedom. Those who continue to invest in fiat will be destroyed financially over the dollar. The valuation accelerates, all we baked into the cake. I think I read that one already, too, damn it. Jim Daringer says, if someone wants to see the appreciation of the dollar, okay, yeah, so look at the DXY and the gold. Oh, there we go. Braveheart McFreedom says, no, I don't blame the boomers, Quint. It's not their fault. It's easy to blame people. I don't like blaming others. Maybe, I don't know. It is pretty much their fault, though, Braveheart. I mean, they're passing the torch to us. We can't, as Gen X or millennials, when you go back as far as the boomers, they're the ones who started this entire mess, right? I'd say it pretty much got to the point of no return where we are now. Back in 2008, obviously the boomers were still in office. So yeah, I'd say that could have been, the breaking point right there. 2008, the first big $1 trillion print, and then moving into 2020. That's at least my opinion and my perspective, though. But I'm not a boomer, so. God damn it.
Are you stupid?
Yes, probably. It just makes life worse. I choose to take actions and to exit the system. I agree with you there. I don't like blaming others either, to be honest. OT Bobian says, hi, that like and sub. Hit that like and sub, guys. Please hit that like and sub. Trying to get this to 1,000 subs so we can, of course, get all the superpowers on the channel going and get some cool things in the future. All right, guys, let's take a look at the crypto bubbles on the day. Here we are on the day. Come on, what the hell? Keep double clicking. There we go. Everything looking like it's going to come back up in green. As I said before, the SOLANA ETF launches today. So I figured that we start to get a little bit of some sort of altcoin rally going. Is it going to be altcoin season? No, probably not. But at least we get some positive momentum in the right direction. We still have to get over this tariff, the trade war, and of course the BBB bill out of the way. Get it out of the way. Get it all done so we can move on with our lives here investing in crypto assets. So yeah, today pretty good moves out of most of these coins. Not gonna lie, it's pretty much 3 or 4% on average for every project. We have here also too. The top 200 useless coins still up 27% on the day. Look at this thing, guys. This thing keeps ripping. It's ridiculous. It's up 2,580% now on the month. It's so useless. It's worth so much. Ramona coming out of nowhere with a super chat. Thank you, Ramona, for supporting the channel. This was started in 1913 from the creature of Jekyll Island. 100% right there, telling the truth like it is, Ramona. Was it 1913 though? I thought it was on after the war, World War II, was it? When we decided that we were going to choose the banks. That was from the creature of Jekyll Island. Jim Duringer, exactly brave. Okay, I gotta go back and check out the rest of the chat. Oh my God, guys. Contrary to popular opinion, most of the fellow boomers are hedged in the dollar via bonds and T-bills. Yes, they have no idea what's coming, guys. The biggest wealth transfer is about to happen. And I'm not talking about what the Democrats are calling the big, beautiful bill, but going from poor to rich. I'm talking about from rich to poor, and that is through crypto assets. We front-run into everything up to this point. They're doing more poorly than some of the Gen Z asset investors, says the boomers. Jim Daringer on the boomers. Okay, so also Jim, let me know in the chat if you wanna get on here, man. You, of course, being my number one correspondent for TradFi. Strange Sky says, Joe. How's it going? Strange Sky? Welcome to the chaos. Oh man, and my chat's broken today, guys. So bear with me. I'm not sure why OBS the chat just died. So I'm actually on another stream. I'm probably a little delayed on the chat. Jim Duringer saying exactly Braveheart. The bad thing is though that they would never abandon the petrodollar. Yeah, they didn't, but we did. We didn't do it. The rest of the world, of course, banned a petrodollar. That was back in 23, I believe now. It's been a minute. Instead, they clung to it as the ship sinks. Yeah, and we're pretty much over that. Yeah, de-dollarization has begun. It's been definitely begun since 2008, when the BRICS nations was established to get off the dollar. Braveheart McFreedom says the past is the past. We can only, of course, correct given the gifts of intellect these boomers give us. And Jim Norris says, I'm just an old man on the internet, but I appreciate the offer. Well, we do love you, Jim, either way. Oh, man. All right, guys, let's see what else we got on the day. So on the month, while I'm here, I like to, of course, remind you guys what right now would I be looking at possibly DCAing into on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Yeah, there's still some coins that are down 20-ish%, but all the 30s, all the 40s are pretty much all gone. Wow, Say is also blown up 45% on the month now. Look at that thing go. Even Pengu. All right, so what would I be investing into right now if it were my money and my DCA, right? Again, not financial advice. Always, only invest what you're willing to lose. And, of course, yeah, do your due diligence and look up and research what you're really like. All right, guys, so right now, DCA opportunities. I mean, Jazzy's still down near 20% on the month. I mean, this stuff's about ready to get explosive, guys. Render's still down around 16%. Again, we've already kind of moved up from our 30-40% on those projects. They're kind of gone. What else do we have that would I recommend right now? Not quite a fire sale, but at least a sale. Crypto.com's Crow, if you guys believe in that exchange token. I personally do not. WorldCoin, again, I personally don't believe in that project either. But is it Zcash? Wow, Zcash is down 30%. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't too many in the top 100 right now that I would say, man, gotta hit some of that before the bull run. It's pretty much already bought up. Let's take a look in the top 200 now. Anything here that's worth investing into at the moment? Where's ZBEC? Last time we were on ZBEC last night, ZBEC was still down like 50%. Look at this, still 44% on the month on sale, guys. That's probably, again, my top pick for the day. And again, if you guys believe in White Rock, this thing is selling off like crazy. I'm not sure what the narrative is here, but down 61% on the month. Probably going to see a retracement here at some point. This is getting really, really low for White Rock. I'm pretty sure that's affiliated with BlackRock. We've gone into that so many times. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Barry Chain still down roughly around 30% there. If you guys believe in that project, did very well in the beginning of the year. And that's pretty much it, guys. DXE, I don't know enough about that project to tell you. But, yeah, Pulse Chain's also up, down. I know there was a big push for Pulse Chain, too, at the beginning of the year. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all I'd recommend you guys do. All right, let's go back to Bloomberg, see if they're reporting anything else breaking. See where the House is at with the voting, too. Okay, so we're there on break right now. Let's take a look at the House. The House vote, as yeah, they should be about 30 minutes in or 40 minutes in right now. Clears final hurdle before House-wide vote. Yes, like I mentioned, I stayed up all last night working on the studio and listening to the House amendments ruling, and they didn't allow any amendments. So yeah, it was pretty brutal in the beginning of it too, back and forth on that. Okay, we're looking for. Let's just go. I should show me a live video on here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. On consideration of the resolution, right now, Republicans, of course, we have 164 yays, and Democrats, we have 193 nays. One Democrat voting yay. And yeah, so we're getting nowhere. We have some time. We have some time to work into this. Maybe by the end of the day or tomorrow. It's still only the 2nd, so we still got 2 days. We want to hit Donald Trump's deadline. All right, so we took a look at that. Let's take a look back at Bloomberg, see what they're rattling on about now.
Happened during COVID. So we know that we still have people who need vehicles. We know there's price sensitivity. The new car market is largely driven by those couple of upper income quintiles, and the affordability issue isn't as high there. And so, yes, while the average price is around $49,000, that is still an average and largely driven by very expensive six-figure SUVs and large vehicles, pickups, trucks, and things like that, which are very traditionally making up a big part of the new vehicle sales in the United States specifically. Yes, tailwinds are coming for Tesla in the terms of having more American-made product, as well as Ford, but Honda's not too far behind. Toyota's not too far behind.
Yeah. But obviously, Tesla by market cap is so much more bigger than all that stuff and things for EV vehicles. Also, consumers aren't spending money right now. Okay, we're over that. Let's see if we have anything else breaking on any of the large TradFi news sites for business. Of course, CNBC and Fox Business. S&P 500 is little change after an unexpected decline in private payrolls data. The private sector lost 33,000 jobs in June, badly missing expectations for a 100,000 increase. There we go. How about those apples, Jerome Powell? Microsoft's laying off about 9,000 employees as the latest round of cuts. This is the second or third time this year. I believe that's more than the second. Tesla reports 14% decline in vehicles, as we're talking about right now. We got to switch this back to light mode. House Republicans race to pass Trump's mega bill amid GOP divisions. Take a look there. And get the skinny on what they're calling it right now. House Republican leadership is racing to get enough GOP lawmakers on board to send President Donald Trump's mega bill to his desk before July 4th. Republican leaders in the U.S. House are racing to hold a vote on Wednesday of President Donald Trump's marquee domestic policy package, but weather woes and the persistent GOP resistance threatens the near-term fate of the mega bill. Senate squeaked out passage on Tuesday with Vice President J.D. Vance required to come in and cast the tie-breaking vote. Now lawmakers in the lower chamber must approve the Senate's revision. House Speaker Mike Johnson can lose the votes of just 3 members and still pass the package on the party line, but as early as Wednesday, more than a dozen House Republicans are still opposed it for various reasons. 2 Republican representatives, Thomas Massey in Kentucky and Warren Davidson of Ohio, voted no on the House version of the bill in May and are likely to do so again now. Hey, Jake the Snake, if you're in the chat, go call up Warren Davidson and tell him, since you're the king of Ohio, you demand it. Be so. You demand it. But in May, Johnson was able to offer the last-minute concessions of the skeptical members in conference to get them on board. Now, at the last minute, changes automatically would send the bill back to the Senate for another vote, which I mentioned last night when I listened in. There were no changes, which would make the self-imposed July 4th deadline nearly impossible to reach. All right, so that's where it is kind of right now, guys. We're just waiting on it. They pulled some of our positive, taxation on crypto out of it. So it's not like we're going to get a ton of, positive price action after this. It's just going to be finally done and again, a pressure off the markets for investors. Okie dokie. Let's see what else we got in the chat. WTF is the mega bill. What the F is the mega bill? The big beautiful bill. Quit. Come on. You gotta follow us, man. You gotta follow it. It's just, all these narratives, man. They matter for, of course, short or long-term price action. Brayheart McFreedom says 100% Ramona. I'm staying grateful. I'm grateful to be alive. And the boomers gave me life. God-given intuition and intellect allows me to act differently and observe the past and make different choices to build for the future. And guys, we can only build a future for ourselves. We can't take everyone with us. I've tried so hard. It's exhausting. I may have my father though in on it, so I'm hoping for the best here soon. Man, what is going on with the chat? I really wish that OBS would work today. It's the first time I had a problem with the chat in OBS. ADP is bad, but I expected NFP to be worse. That says Jim Daringer. Quint, yes, it was the mega bill. Okay, Ohio, Danny. That's right, Danny. I'm in Ohio, but I'm only a prince. The Saiyan prince, of course. Oh, geez, Daddy, that's funny. Yeah, you're not the king like Jake the Snake. Braveheart McFreedom says, I'll admit it, in many previous generations screwed the pooch. It's on us to fix it. Such is life. I choose to get up and work with controlling what I can control, and it's easy to be discouraged. We must keep a resilient mindset. 100% agree with you there. You can only control what is in front of you. You can't control other people and what they're going to do. All right, let's get into more of the breaking news, see what else is going on. What are they rattling on about? Nothing right now at the moment. Let's see, Fox Business, we can take a look at there this morning. I don't think we checked them out yet. Republicans defy fiscal critics to push through Trump's signature beautiful bill, tax cuts. It seems like the way they're going to do the tax on overtime, no tax on tips, though that think that's going to be basically a write-off. So technically that's stimulus, right? I mean, that's technically money printing at its finest. It's probably not going to amount to too much in the grand scheme of things. America's secret weakness exposed during Iran strikes. Hotel owners say nobody will buy LA properties as a $30 wage hike looms. They cannot keep that going. It's so funny. Their state is doomed.
We're joined now
I
live
like this
by
headline
Mark
too. Look at
Victor,
this.
who,
Oh,
thankfully, along
if
with
I
his
could
wife
pause
Jan,
the damn thing. Jeez. Just start rattling on as soon as I click on something. American Hotel and Lodging Association warns of economic tsunami, including layoffs and 160 million tax revenue loss. Let's go.
His adult children are all safe. Mark, thank you so much for joining us during this awful time. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure. Happy to be here. For you, Team Clayman.
Yeah, Team Clayman Countdown. We want to tell your story. I mean, we just showed what ServPro had sent to you yesterday. What was that moment like when you received the video and watched it?
Well, initially you're thinking and hoping, not me, not us. It won't happen to us. And when you get it, it's a lot to digest. I probably couldn't take it all in. Oddly, you start thinking about all the items I didn't take and should have put in.
I'm sorry you lost your home, my guy. I'm not sure why that's relevant to this story. Anyway, Los Angeles hotel operators are fighting a $30 minimum wage hike that was passed by the city council amid a struggle with profitability. Hotels didn't just fuel tourism, they supported local workers and their families. These new regulations will force so many of us to fight to keep our businesses alive, putting thousands of those jobs and livelihood in jeopardy. Becca Aria? What kind of name is that? Becca Aria? What the hell? Said in the press release sent to Fox Business on the American Hotel and Lodging Association, AHLA, a coalition of airline, tourism, and hospitality businesses. Becca Aria, God, as a partner of, it's like they put Becca in front of Aria and just smashed them together. I don't know. Never heard of that name before. Is a partner of the Hotel Angelino in West Los Angeles. My hotel is a family-owned business. We have been an important local economic driver for the community. Our hope is that we can only keep the doors open to survive this new challenge for the next generation, he added in the release. Sorry, in the Highwood Hills and Hotel California is going bye-bye. All right. I think that's enough of that. I mean, enough doom for California. They've seen too much. Oh my God, they're gonna be. We need California Man now. It's gonna be the next thing. California Man, replacing Florida Man. U.S. reclaims mineral independence with groundbreaking project. Let's see what this is here. The Brook Mine carbon ore rare earth project will also be Wyoming's first new coal mine in over 50 years. Damn. And you'll bet your butt that robots are going to be mining that thing by the time they get that thing open, for sure. Of course, allowing humans to not get, go into dangerous situations, right? We have robots now to do this stuff for us. The U.S. Security and Energy and other elected officials are preparing to travel to Wyoming for the opening of the first new coal mine in the state in more than 5 decades. The ribbon cutting is on Brook Mine carbon oil rare earth project will be on July 11th. This is interesting, but alas, not really related to our space that much. Damn. Yeah, and they're still voting. They're still trying to tally up the votes over in the House. Let's see what Bloomberg's rattling on about now. Are they open now? Are they back? No. Still on recess. Keep playing tag with them this morning. They should be coming back sometime soon. Let me catch up in the chat before while we're waiting and then to come back. Waiting for something breaking to come out. And also, let's take a look and see if anything breaking is happening in our space right now. Because there aren't that many articles talking about the Solana ETF, in my opinion. Walter Satoshi launches self-custodial Lightning wallet on Spark. Strategy set to book a 14 billion Bitcoin gain. A sailor bets shakes Wall Street. As we've been talking about that for the past 2 days. Shiba Inu rally forecasted at 293%. Geez, Neo Pepe, all this silly nonsense. Let's check another website real quick, and then we'll go back into Bloomberg. Of course, we talked about most of these last night. There was so much news last night. If you guys caught last night's live stream, the lightning round was intense. So much news coverage in such a short amount of time. Bitcoin traders adopt a defense stance as a 15 ETF inflow streak ends. Tom Lee did mention stuff about that too. We went over that. Bitcoin profit taking makes 140K key Bitcoin price point research. There's really nothing breaking this morning. The Arizona governor vetoes bill to stockpile seized crypto. Why? Why? Damn it! Get Katie Hobbs out of there. This is the 3rd time now she stood in the way of innovation and crypto adoption for her state. Just go bark up another tree. What the hell? Get out of here! Get out of here! What the hell, Katie? What the freak? Katie Hobbs has vetoed a measure that created a fund for seized crypto in the state of Arizona, with proceeds split between law enforcement and the state. Ridiculous. The country's doing it already. You might as well have your state do it as well. The governor of Arizona has rejected the bill that would have seen the U.S. state hold on seized crypto assets in a fund. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs has vetoed the bill on Tuesday, stating in the letter that it disincentivized local enforcement from working with the state on digital asset forfeiture by removing seized assets from the local jurisdictions. The state's House voted the bill down during its 3rd reading in May, but the state revived it in a reconsideration vote last month. The measure was passed by the House 34-22. Come on. Just a few days ago. Oh my God. I'm just freaking furious when I read this stuff, especially Katie Hobbs yet again, and she stood in the way of that Arizona Arizona Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. It was going to be the first, and she stood in the way for like weeks. And by the time it did get finally passed by her, the governor signed it. We already had the New Hampshire one, so it didn't get the. I wanted Arizona to be number 1. They deserve it. They've been trying so hard for crypto assets and specifically Bitcoin in their state. All right, let's get back into Bloomberg real quick. Okay, all right. I'm set up to at least pop off with that when they come back. I want to get back into the chat, guys, because it's so hard to keep up with you guys now. Braveheart Freedom says, all hail the humble prince of Ohio. That's right, Super Danny. Is that Kevin in the chat too? What? Otaku Smokes, let's go. Oh my God, my boy. How you doing, Kev? How you doing? We miss you, guys. We miss you. My God. Oh, jeez. All hail because Braveheart McFreedom says no tax on overtime. That's great. How about no tax at all? Yeah, that would be real great. And honestly, would not even matter. We don't actually pay for anything. Our taxes go basically nowhere. We just borrow all the money we need anyway. Imagine the abundance of the world would emerge. Markets would go insane and up to the upside, says Braveheart McFreedom. 100% agree with you there. And that time will come when AI, of course, replaces everyone. We give everyone a standalone UBI to stay at home. And we will have a renaissance era like you wouldn't believe. But a lot of people are going to suffer before then. We'll see. No tax on overtime. LOL. That's good. Good luck finding a job that gives you 40 hours. Yeah. Bray Army Freedom says right. A lot of jobs that do the work, says Jim. Consistent overtime in the automotive sector would include tech, but most of that is salary. Okay, they won't give us 40 hours, says Quid, because they have to give us insurance. Yeah, a lot of these companies still won't even give you 40 hours. Yeah, I know. I have some friends that work 2 or 3 jobs just because that's the case. Braveheart Freedom says, imagine a life where you create your own schedule, do your own thing, paving your own path, and like Otaku is doing, he is being proactive and trailblazing his own solutions. Leaders do more. Thank you. I really appreciate those kind words, my guy. And I tell you guys, it's tough. It's not easy to finally shed the normie life entirely, the 9-to-5 job, right? What is going on over here at Bloomberg? They're having difficulties, I guess. Look at that. They've been black now for like 2 minutes straight. What the hell? Jeez, what a mess over there. Kevin says the big beautiful bill is bullish for crypto and all not relevant. Yes. It's not as bullish as it was going to be, but the tax incentives are going to be good enough, I guess, for innovation and building. It's good to also get the budget passed so we don't have to fight with that and get that narrative at the end of the year too. I would say yes, it's going to be, and Jim Deringer's 100% right. It's effectively quantum easing, so yes, it's going to be good for crypto. All right, here we go.
YouTube as well, so check us out
there.
Coming up, we're going to check in with Pierre Ferragu, head of global technology infrastructure at New Street Research. Get his thoughts on these Tesla sales numbers.
More
quicker than expected, but as Dan Ives told us earlier today, better than the whispered numbers, so we'll get the breakdown there. Sylvia Jablonski, CEO and CIO of Defiance ETFs, to discuss her outlook for the market. Stuart Paul, U.S. economist with Bloomberg Economics. He'll give us a preview of the jobs number. The ADP number came in weak today, but not a lot of people pay attention to the ADP number. I'll just say it right there. So we're going to wait on the jobs number tomorrow. So we've got Norma Linda sitting in today with me today for the next couple hours, but we're going to kick this whole thing off right now with John Tucker, any Bloomberg Business Flash, John.
All right, and this Bloomberg Business Flash being brought to you by IBKR. Financial advisors switch to interactive brokers for lowest cost. Global trading and turnkey custody solutions. No ticket charges, no conflicts of your interest. Learn more at ibkr.com/RIA.
Yeah, Jim's right.
Paul
Bloomberg
doesn't
never
pay
missing a
attention
chance
to it,
to
but
its own horn.
ahead of the government job report tomorrow, ADP says employment, U.S. companies fell in June for the first time in more than 2 years. Also, speaking of jobs, Microsoft cutting 9,000 workers, the second wave of major layoffs for the company.
Yes.
Tesla's global sales tumbling for the second quarter in a row, down 13% from the year-ago period. But that actually did manage to exceed what was the most pessimistic forecast. So Tesla, one of the most actively traded as usual, up right now, 2.2%.
You're right, Jim.
Centene shares worst performing stock in the S&P 500, down over 33%. The health insurance company pulling its 2025 guidance. Never a good sign. And after setting records earlier this week, Amanda Gotti at PNC Bank says the recent stock surge is, in her opinion, justified.
We're starting to get to a little bit more clarity here and a little bit more focus on the hard data, which continues to come in solid, or at least better than expected. And so I think that's been the driver of this really material bounce that we've had these last couple months.
Right now, the S&P 500, 3 points higher, 6201 on the index. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 114 points. The NASDAQ 150 points higher.
All right. That's enough. That's enough of that. Anyway, the Dixie coming up a little bit on the day, sitting at 97.1. Again, up from its super low. Where the hell's the Where's the range on this thing? Oh, there it is. So yeah, up from its low of 96 and some change. We gotta get this thing lower again. Come on, we can go lower. We can definitely go lower. I love this chart, guys. It's one of my favorites, for sure. All right, guys, what else we have? Let's take a look and see if there's anything else breaking in our space. Enough of the TradFi nonsense. Yeah, we're just waiting for that big, beautiful bill to pass. Big, beautiful, big, robust, big, brutal, whatever you want to call it. Whatever side you're on, it don't matter. It's probably going to get done. Yeah, Microsoft laying off about 9,000 employees in its latest round of cuts, as of course they're getting more and more replaced by AI and the like. What else do we have we can find? Let's take a look at Crypto Newsland. BitGet Wallet partners with MasterCard to launch direct access to digital wallets through crypto cards. I think this is the one we talked about yesterday. MasterCard and BitGet. Wallet partners with MasterCard in immerse. Okay, whatever. Together, that's not a word. Immersive is, I don't know. Together they will launch crypto cards, allowing users to access crypto for payments. The card will be launched in the UK and the EU first. BitGet Wallet partners will, with MasterCard, to launch direct access to digital wallets through crypto cards. The bullish partnership showcases how traditional and Web3 entities are slowly beginning to work together to ensure that no one gets left behind. Innovation helps improve the world as we know it, and latest collaboration is a strong sign of both a crypto industry and traditional payments. This is the way they survive, guys. If they do not adopt crypto, they will lose. All right, what else can we find in the headlines today? Altcoin surge alert, 3 tokens, yada yada. Hopium article there. Figma reveals 70 million Bitcoin ETF holdings ahead of IPO bid. Interesting. Figma, like out of Japan, the toy manufacturer? That's the only Figma I know. No, this is different. That would be insane. Figures, treasuries, long bonds. Design software company Figma. Design software. What is this company? I'm curious on that. Everyone, of course, has to have a Bitcoin strategic reserve now. I gotta look and see if this is what I'm thinking of. The logo does not look like it. Figma is a design software company best known for its collaborative interface design tool, also named Figma. Is a cloud-based platform that allows teams to design, prototype, and gathering feedback in the shared space. That's interesting. It kind of reminds me of Michael Saylor's original company, MicroStrategy. I mean, just kind of creating solutions for businesses. Interesting. And yeah, I think that's right up their alley to copy Michael Saylor to do the same damn thing. Here we go. Design software company Figma has disclosed major digital asset holdings in the latest filing of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The firm revealed that it owns close to 70 million Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, and it intends to increase its investments via ETFs. Just in design app, giant Figma revealed its own almost 70 million ETFs and approved by $30 million more in Bitcoin. Again, can't stop, won't stop buying up that Bitcoin. And yesterday, we, of course, showed you guys, as we show you every single day and in the evening live stream, and then when we cover the open markets for the world, or at least the foreign markets, that Bitcoin is getting bought off like mad on exchanges. This is it, guys. This is all that's left on exchanges right now, as OTC is definitely drying up. You can definitely tell. We saw a huge amount over the last few days, going from 2.07 million down to 2.04. This is huge. I mean, 10, 20, 30,000 Bitcoin just gone off exchanges in a matter of 24 to 48 hours. Ridiculous, guys. We haven't seen anything quite like this. In such a long time for Bitcoin. I mean, I would say since 2017 even, maybe. I mean, this is ridiculously low for the amount of Bitcoin available. All right, taking a look again at the house, still not quite there. They're getting a little closer. They're getting a little closer. Yeah, we'll see how this goes today. I think they have to sway about 12 House Republicans to vote yes on this bill. Get it all done with. Well, let's see what else we got here on the day. Anything else breaking? Oh yeah, I also got to get back to the chat before I forget you. This is so weird today with the chat not working right. Let's get back into the chat real quick before I forget you guys. Good morning. Strawberry Dragons is here. And Jake the Snake, the King of Ohio. Welcome, the King of Ohio. How's it going, Jake? Good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys got enough coffee. I definitely did not have enough coffee yesterday when we watched Jay Powell live. Let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, Jim Deringer says they have some extremely rude interviewers over on Bloomberg. 100%. I call that out every time that someone opens the opening bell and they're like making fun of the company that's saying, oh yeah, they don't matter. Like, who the hell says that crap? They're participating with Wall Street. Why are you making fun of them? Jake the Snake says, salutations, Jim Gunslinger. Yes, Jim the Gunslinger Deringer. Yeah, good morning, Strawberry Dragons, of course. Another day, you have your job. It's a good day. Although Microsoft employees just got laid off. What was it, 9,000 employees? Hopefully you don't work for Microsoft, Strawberry, because it's coming. I'm telling you, TikTok, it's coming. Good job. Of course, I tease. I hope you have your job as long as you do, Strawberry. Brave Harmony Freedom says, paving your own path is never easy, but it's good for the soul. It really is, guys. It definitely is. Again, so much of us are going to be free after all this is done this year. I hope so anyway, provided no huge black swan event occurs, or that like nuclear warfare or something crazy. Hopium article there says, Otaku, dismiss, next. Awesome. That's why we love you, Otaku. Yeah, because I don't just pick up the random BS and, of course, read you guys nonsense as much as I can, try to avoid it. Yeah, I tell it like it is. There's plenty, especially on Crypto's Newland lately. You guys, just look at the headlines. All these right here are just Hopium and FUD articles on the very top. Headlines promoting this here. It's all just for ads and nonsense. Putting out one or two or three of their maybe investments for their company. I don't know what the deal is, but it's just all hopium and FUD nonsense. Like this. Hyperliquid dominates perp space with unmatched 1.5 trillion volume. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a news there, but it's pretty much a nothing article for Hyperliquid. You can get what you want right there on the headline. Anyway, that's what I do, man. Are there still voting on the stablecoin bill? Yes, the stablecoin bill. We talked about it briefly yesterday. There was a little bit of a deterrence on it. I think it got sent back for some more possible amendments. There was. I got really mad on that. I'll see if I can pull up the article again. Basically, there was one person in particular that was saying that there was enough room there for trouble, I guess, for investors and participants or whatever, what have you. But at the stablecoin bill at the current state, I think it's fine. I don't think we need the over-regulatory. They were comparing it to the banks. They say we need more regulation than the banks have. It has less currently than the banks. And I'm like, good. We don't need an FDIC, back stablecoin for everything. It's already being proved every month. They have to prove that they're backed 1-to-1 with the U.S. dollar or U.S. Treasuries. That's enough. That's enough for me. And everyone's going to get in, and it's going to be, a circus either way. It's just got to get done. Jake the Snake says, yes, right, guys. Reminding me, of course, to show harder. Guys, please, if you haven't liked the subscribe yet, please hit that like, subscribe button. Try to get to 1,000 subs for the channel. Thanks again for reminding me, Shake the Snake. Money me needing a lot now. Yes. Jake the Snake says, hell yes, we'll be free to live our lives. My goal is that we have made enough money by the end of this year to take a few years off. Course, in the bear market, yes, not that I will, but it'll be free for me to quit my job and pursue my own business. I really hope that becomes the case for you, Jake. Of course, we love you. AJ comes in saying I'm broke up, went bald, and I'm all in at $100,000 on altcoins. Let's go! That's the spirit. Of course, not financial advice. But we love you too, AJ. That's crazy. I know the feeling though. I was definitely there. All right, I'm definitely there now. I guess. Not financial advice. All right, guys, let's see what else we can dig up before we head out for the day. AJ, you shall dine with me in Valhalla. Let's go. Let's see what else. Anything else breaking right now? It's been kind of a lackluster morning as we just kind of wait on the BBB bill to pass the House. Intel's new CEO explores big shift in chip manufacturing business, says Reuter. Bare bones deal with Europe in the best hope of trade talks in the U.S., sources say. That's positive. That's as of 2 hours ago. Medicaid cuts in Trump's mega bill will leave millions uninsured. This was the biggest thing they were screaming at last night. We could take a look into that too, because I do like seeing both sides on this, and I think this may have been a little overblown, but I don't know because I haven't had time to look into it. But 17 million Americans saying we're going to be without medical insurance if this passes, according to the Democrats. Let's take a look here. Medicaid cuts in Trump's big beautiful bill will leave millions uninsured, threaten rural hospitals. President Donald Trump's big beautiful bill would make a sweeping changes to the U.S. healthcare, leaving millions without health insurance and threatening hospitals. The Senate passed this spending measure after a marathon voting session on amendments. The bill faces another major test in the House. President Donald Trump's big beautiful bill would make sweeping changes to the U.S. healthcare, leaving millions of vulnerable Americans without healthcare coverage and threatening the hospitals and centers that provide care to them. The Senate on Tuesday voted 51-50 to pass the spending measure after a marathon overnight voting session on amendments, but the bill will face another major test in the House, where Republicans have a razor-thin majority, and some members have already raised objections in the legislation. Recent changes to the bill will cover roughly $1.1 trillion in healthcare spending over the next decade, according to the new estimates from the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. More than $1 trillion of these cuts will come from Medicaid, a joint federal and state health care program for disabled and low-income Americans, according to CBO. Funding cuts go beyond insurance coverage. The loss of funding could go into many rural hospitals and disproportionately rely on federal spending. The CBO estimates the current version of the bill would result in 11.8 million people losing healthcare coverage insurance by 2034. Damn. We're getting really into this dystopian future by then, 2034. With the majority of these people losing Medicaid coverage, the implications could be even bigger. Trump's bill, combined with the separate policy changes, could result in an estimated 17 million people, this is where they get that metric, losing health insurance. Said Robin Rudowitz, director of the program of Medicaid and the uninsured at Health Policy Research Organization, KFF. She said that these other changes could include new regulations that would dramatically limit the Access to Affordable Care Act, marketplace coverage, and inspiring enhanced AGA tax credits. It's all of these. If all of this comes to pass, it would represent the biggest rollback of health insurance coverage ever due to the federal policy changes. Cynthia Cox, KFF's director of the program on AGA or ACA, says that the analysts published on Tuesday, approximately 72 million Americans are currently enrolled in Medicaid, and about 1/5 of the U.S. population, according to the government data. Medicaid is a primary payer for majority of nursing and home residents and pays for around 40% of all births. The Trump administration and its allies insist the cuts of the bill aim to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. Democrats have said that they break the president's repeated promises and not to touch the Medicaid program. Medicaid has been one of the most divisive issues throughout the negotiations in the chambers, and House Republicans have expressed reservations about how deep the cuts are. I get that they want to cut fraud, but taking a swipe across the top is not going to solve the issue, said Jennifer Mensick Kennedy, president of American Nurses Association. She said that the cuts could shutter hospitals and health centers in the rural areas and lead to job losses of healthcare staff such as nurses. Millions of Americans will lose coverage. Let me know in the chat if you guys are going to be affected by this. I do have some friends that I know in particular will be, and I'm not quite sure what their answer is going to be in the future. Millions of Americans will lose coverage. The cuts of this bill will come as several different provisions, but the lion's share of the Medicaid savings will come from two changes. One of would establish a new strict national work requirement for certain Medicaid beneficiaries, 19 to 64. It would require childless adults without disabilities and parents of children older than 14 to work, volunteer to attend school for at least 80 hours a month to keep their insurance coverage unless they qualify for the exception. So, new strict national work requirement to keep your benefits on Medicaid. Current law prohibits Medicaid eligibility on work requirements or work reporting rules, according to KFF. The new work requirement of the bill won't kick in until 2026. It is projected to save about $325 billion over a decade, the CBO says. An analysis published on June 23rd by the UC Berkeley Labor Center said that the work requirement would cause the most people to lose insurance and poses as an especially draconian barrier to older adults. The center said that there is a steady drop-off in employment age after 50 due to these factors outside people's control. I don't know if it really is outside of people's control, though, after 50, including deteriorating health, age discrimination, and increasingly responsibility to provide health care for aging family members. I think a lot of these factors are due to just poor decisions in food. I think that's primarily why we have deteriorating health here in the United States. These same factors make older adults particularly more vulnerable to coverage, loss of Medicaid work requirements, the analysis said. The people living in rural communities such as seasonal farmers may also struggle to find employment for parts of the year. The AARP, an advocacy group focusing on issues affecting 50 and older in the U.S., sent a letter over the weekend. The Senate Majority Leader John Thune and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, opposing another provision would disqualify people who fail to meet the Medicaid work requirements from receiving premium tax credits to purchase coverage through the ACA marketplace. Jeez. I got Algorand on my mind, I guess. AGI, whatever. And this creates a steep coverage cliff in the 50s and 60s, particularly those nearing retirement or working part-time who must be left with who may be left with no affordable coverage option at all. All right, guys, I can't read the rest of this. This is a freaking novel. But, yeah, that's the general idea. That's the biggest pushback we have from Democrat lawmakers right now. Let me know in the chat how you guys feel about this. I definitely want to get your opinion on this. I haven't had health insurance the last 4 years. I recently just got it because I really need to check on myself. But yeah, that's my personal decision. I don't typically trust the doctors and all the stuff we have in healthcare personally, and I also eat pretty good, in my opinion. Let's take a look back in the chat and see what's going on here. Let's see what you guys say about this. Yes, we're going to Valhalla, says AJ and Jake the Snake. Braveheart McFreeman says, good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Yes, keep flying, AJ, and bald is cool. My grandma told me the grass doesn't grow on busy highways. Damn, that's crazy. I've never heard that one before. That's nuts, Braveheart. Kevin says, I was just laid off for 6 months and I had no coverage. Working again covered. Pay for it like me. Ooh, there we go. There's a response that it's pretty common. If you don't have the money, well, you should have the money, or you can't have the money. No one has the opportunities, though. So not everyone's met with the same opportunities. Strawberry Dragon says, Braveheart, yes. Milk Bunny says, Milk Money's in the chat. How's it going, Milk Bunny? Giving you a chaotic warm welcome. Happy hump day. That's right. It's Thursday Eve. Listening while driving. Yes. Stay safe, my guy. Braveheart McFreedom says, Jake the Snake calls out Braveheart saying, your grandma sounds badass. Seriously, she does sound kind of badass, not gonna lie. Jake the Snake saying, yo, and Milk Money. Almost Thursday. Almost there, guys. All right, so yeah. Also, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So be sure to exercise and eat well. And personally, I am not that great on the first one there. Definitely not. I definitely could do better on the exercise part. hopefully here in the future, I'll have all the time to do all those things, right? We all will, hopefully, take better care of ourselves, guys, because what's more important than crypto and Bitcoin, of course, guys, your life. Make sure to live it and live it well. All right, let's get back into the headlines and see if anything else is breaking. Check on the house real quick. And, yeah, call it for the day. We're getting about there, and I need to get this studio done. I'm so close, guys, so close. As you can see, well, maybe you can see, if I had the right camera in front of me, the ceiling is all covered, pretty much all done. I just got to fill it with the rest of the foam, and we will be good to go. I don't get the right angle anymore. All right, whatever works. All right, let's see. A wicked past 108. Yes, we're getting close. We're getting closer. Maybe. Jacob Snake says, bear market gold. Otaku gets a body built by Roberto. Yes, I will stop being a weenie and I'll get built like Rob over at Crypto Futures. Guys, if you haven't checked out Crypto Futures, my favorite Canadian on earth, of course, pertaining to Rob over there, please hit the like and subscribe here on the channel, but also check him out if you haven't already via the link down below, as I love participating with him and his community. Brave Farmer Freedom says, I haven't had health insurance for like 20 years. What? That's incredible. I also don't trust the medical system as well. Haven't been sick in years. Knock on wood. Yes, knock on some wood. And yes, Ohio King. Jake the Snake. She was badass. Yes, that's funny though that she said what was it? The grass doesn't grow on busy highways. Pertaining to baldness. That's funny. Okay. What else we have here? Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. 100% agree with all that, guys. You guys are awesome. Rest in peace. Badass grandma. Okay, so yeah, looks like the house. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. What else we got here? We got a little update from Bloomberg. See what they're talking about.
The defense having some appellate issues about mixed verdicts are also often looked upon weirdly by appellate courts. So I think that or they tried to make them do that. So
I probably don't even want to know what they're talking about right now. I don't want to get banned. Probably talking about Diddy or something. All right, guys. Anything else breaking before we let you guys go for the day? Hopefully, guys, go out there and touch some grass too, because it's a nice day here in Illinois. Let's see. The private sector lost 33,000 jobs in June. We already covered that. Microsoft layoffs. We already covered that. Tesla. Yeah, we've heard enough of that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Analyst has been as bullish as JP Morgan and others since financial crisis because of AI. What is this? This analyst hasn't been as bullish on JP Morgan and others since financial crisis because of AI. What a hell of a mess of the title. What the hell? Who wrote that headline? He needs to be shot. Yeah, I'm over it. Whatever. I can't read it. Trump announces U.S. trade deal breaking with Vietnam. Here we go. Here we go, guys. As of 10 seconds ago, probably. This news is breaking. Refresh for updates. Probably find it over on Fox Business for free. Diddy beats Rico. That's what they're talking about in the prosecution. I don't know why Bloomberg needs to cover that. It's what the fuck?
Are you stupid?
I don't understand. Republicans defy fiscal critics to push through Trump's signature of beautiful tax cuts. I guess we can look up that Vietnam trade deal. New breaking. Yeah, so breaking, I can't even find it in the Google search. I can't. I guess you're going to have to trust me, bro, according to CNBC. Yeah. Where do we even find that at? Trump announces U.S. trade deal with Vietnam. All right, so yeah, that's a breaking headline, but with no details right now. Probably being covered right now live on CNBC, which I do not currently have yet. I think I should have that, though. I am paying, I think, Comcast for maybe some of those channels. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, guys, have a great day. I'm going to call that for the stream. We've covered pretty much all the breaking stuff. Keep an eye on the house as it passes. And why are we not getting any more talks on the Solana ETF? I don't know. Crypto right now in general is still kind of coming up a little bit on the day, looking green on the 200, the 100, everything up on average about 1 or 2%. Not too bad. And of course, Bitcoin, guys, I just have the daily reminder, I'm tired of winning. Hopefully, we'll be wrong here soon. I'm so tired of it, guys. So tired of it. Damn it.
We're gonna win so much.
Yeah, we're gonna win so much. All right, guys, have a good one. As yes, I'll see you all later. It's so hard to say goodbye, guys. So hard every day. I love hanging out with you guys. It's the best part of my day. Catch you guys tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we cover the foreign markets open. And yeah, probably some good news by then. All right, let's see. Break Heart My Freedom. Yes, health care starts in the kitchen, and the mindset is our biggest health asset. 100% agree with you there, and I'm going to leave with that. Watch what you eat. All right, catch you guys later here in a bit. Got to find the button, and I'll see you 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stay safe. Take an orange pill, and just chill.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a monster. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh, in other words, let's make history.
That camera's still set up on the wall. Guys, I just keep spilling coffee all over myself. I'm such a klutz. Much love, Otaku fam. Yes, Brave Heart Freedom. And yeah, Milk Money, you gotta. What else we have here? Right before we leave, not me, they export a lot of clothes. What are you guys talking about? What did I miss? Vietnam, talking about Vietnam. I just pulled over to walk Thor at the park. He touched the grass. Oh my God, I love that dog. It's such a cool dog. I'm a sucker for dogs, man. I just melt. I love dogs. Yes, later, guys. I will catch you tonight. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do it right before the full run. I'll catch you tonight. Peace.
Bet.